Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a review on the Bobbi Brown Skin Long Wear Weightless Foundation. This is a full coverage foundation that has oil-free shine control and an SPF of 15. Now, this video actually started, I don't know, maybe like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I was really excited about this foundation because it's oil control, got really good reviews, but it's just, I don't like it. And I don't think I've ever given anything a bad review on my channel before, but there's first for everything. This foundation I tried to make work. I really did. I originally started as a first impression review, like I think I was saying, and cut myself off. And the first impression went really not great. It didn't apply well. It's definitely not full coverage. It did peak throughout the day and look really good as it kind of mixed with my natural oils. And then it just went down. It just didn't look great. And so I kind of decided to do more tests with the foundation because I thought, hey, maybe it was just the fact that, the primer I used. There's a foundation. Well, I think it is the foundation. Anyway, I do want to talk about the positive thing about this foundation before I just explain everything. I do think it does control oil. It has actually done a good job controlling the oil. I have been way more oily at the end of the day, and with this one I do feel like it actually a little bit works, and it's unfortunate because I don't like this foundation. So it's a bummer. So before I start really get into it, let me read you Sephora's details about the foundation. Natural finish. It is a 16-hour wear buildable medium to full foundation with a natural multi-dimensional matte finish that's comfortable, breathable, and weightless. I do think it is light. I would give it that. I think it is very breathable. It's comfortable. It's not heavy, and matte foundations can feel heavy, but this one is pretty good. One of my biggest complaints, well, my two biggest complaints are it's not full coverage and it doesn't wear well, which are two pretty big aspects of the foundation. So this says it is a buildable medium to full. I would call it a light to medium buildable. Buildable medium. Light to buildable medium. That's what I meant to say. And let me explain why. So my first impression of this foundation was actually going to be a video, but it turned out really bad. It was a light coverage. I used a buffing brush and a beauty blender to see which one would work better. They worked about the same. Both would be a suitable tool for this foundation, but you could still see all of my imperfections on my face. So maybe if you had flawless, beautiful skin, this would be full coverage, but for someone who's looking to hide a couple imperfections, this was not not what I was really looking for. So to get a more full coverage, you have to put a lot of layers on, which a full coverage foundation, I don't really feel like you should have to do that. I feel like a full coverage foundation, really maybe 1 or 2 layers. I feel like it was like 3 or 4 to really get it to be covered. Now I'm wearing it today. If you can see, you can still see 2 little marks on my face there, but it looks pretty good, pretty full coverage, right? Let me explain what I had to do to get this. I first put the face base on, and then my iconic primer stick by Smashbox. Then I put some Benefit hydrating primer on. No, I'm doing hand motions. And kind of blended that in, and then I put the ColourPop concealer on underneath or over top the hydrating concealer by Benefit, and then I put the foundation on. And the foundation is mixed with some of the Cover FX enhancing drops. And then I found that actually applying it with my Clarisonic brush, it helps it be a little bit more full coverage. So it's mixed, I'm concealed, and that's how I have really gotten the full coverage aspect. Thing, I don't think it wears well. I feel like for the foundation to look good, it has to mix with your natural oils. And I noticed that pretty much every time I wore it. When I was going to do my first impression, I thought the first application was a little rough, but I found putting the face base under it and a smoothing primer, it looks better when you first put it on after doing those things. Then throughout the day, as it mixes with your natural oil, it kind of like peaks and then it starts to decline. The one day, I was a little bit oily, so I was like, you know what, we still have some places to go, let me just blot. And I looked at my chin, and my chin looked like it was a mix between foundation separating and foundation sinking into dry spots. And my chin is usually not my dry spot. It looked weird. It looked gross. I blotted it and kind of tried to pat it in, and then I put a bit of powder on it, and it looked not great, a little bit better. But then as it mixed with my natural oil, of course it got a little better. It's weird. So natural oils help this foundation, but they can only help it so far. The next day I wore it, it just didn't last very long at all. Maybe like 4 hours. I had to take it off. It looked really bad. I was outside for a little bit, didn't sweat, nothing extreme. I did eat. It just, the foundation just didn't look good. I don't even know how to describe it. It just didn't look good. It looked like I had no foundation on at all. You could see all of my imperfections, and it just like wore off weird, and I don't know. I've mixed it, put concealer under it. I've tried it with a couple different primers. I've used my the Tarte Poreless Primer. I've used the Smashbox Iconic Photo Stick Primer. I always gotta do that when I do that. The Dr. Branded Poreless Primer and the Benefit Poreless Primer, and nothing works great with this foundation. And I've been on for about 2 hours now, and it doesn't look awful, but it is starting to settle into my smile lines, and it did catch on some of the dry spots on my nose today. But it looks better than when I first applied it because it's mixing with my natural oils. So it like peaks and then just goes down, which is really annoying, because right now, if my foundation looked like how it does right now, I would wear this foundation, but it doesn't stay like this for long, and that's my problem. I hope I am like getting all my frustration out, because I've tried this foundation multiple times, and every time it's just, I look in the mirror and I'm like, ugh. At the end of the day, it's just not long wearing. I did find that the Becca, which is Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder, works well with it. I think it helps smooth everything out, which is nice, and this powder feels really nice too. Probably I'm going to keep trying it just because I have it. I actually tried to mix it with my Yves Saint Laurent All Hours foundation to see if they would work well together. And the Yves Saint Laurent foundation always looks good, and it didn't look good. This foundation made that one look bad. So, oh, it was a weird shadow on my nose. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so I did try to mix it with another foundation, and it just wasn't great. I don't know. I feel like I haven't given anything about a review on my channel, and I feel kind of bad, but I feel like that it also needs to be known, because it got really good reviews on the Bobbi Brown website and Sephora, and it just didn't work for me. So let me recap. I hope I got like all my points. So the positive is that it actually does control oil. The second is, which I think I actually forgot to mention, is that it actually matches my skin pretty well. I have the color Sand, 2 Sand, and it works well with my skin tone. The website does a good job of describing the colors and things, so I picked it out online, and it worked well. But the negative are it's not full coverage and it just doesn't wear well. So maybe if you were only planning on wearing this foundation for 1 or 2 hours, it would be great. And maybe that's what I'll have to do until it's gone. I can wear it to film or something, but long-term wear it just doesn't work for me. And it's really disappointing. But, you know, some things work for some people and some things don't work for others. That is the beauty of makeup, and everybody's different. So I hope I got everything across. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Bye.